Hello, good evening students. So in this lecture, we'll discuss a role of a finance executive. So before going to the distinction between traditional roles and the modern roles, first we'll listen to some of the leaders what they are expecting from the finance professionals or finance executives, maybe CA, CFA or MBA, what they're expecting from the finance professionals. Okay, so we'll start with I have taken sample of five leaders. So we cannot listen to the words of every leader in all the CEOs of the company. So due to time constraints, so I've just taken the five leaders. We'll just look at their words. So first we'll start with this person, Jeff Thompson. He is a president of IMA, Institute of Management Accountants. IMA refers to Institute of Management Accountants. Some may not be even aware of what is IMA. So IMA refers to Institute of Management Accountants. Right. So his IMA president says like this: today's CFO team is expected to add value well beyond the traditional roles of cost management control. So first point, beyond the traditional roles means in addition to that, more than the traditional roles. Beyond the traditional roles means more than the traditional roles. More than the traditional roles. More than the traditional roles. In other words, so the role of the finance executive has changed. Rather than, I should say, role of the finance executive has increased, not changed, increased. We have the traditional responsibility: accounting, auditing, taxation, cost management, legal advice, etc. We have those responsibilities also. Our responsibilities has increased, not just changed, beyond. You should be very careful about this. Okay, so our responsibilities has increased, not only changed. Okay, that is first point. Next, and the CFOs are acting as a conscience of the organization. That means, in other words, so they are a guide to the entire organization. Every department looks at the CFO. Every department looks at the CFO. It's like all roads led to Rome. All roads led to Rome. Similarly, every department of the organization, end of the day, they will meet the CFO. Why? Why? Because we are living in a capitalist society, not a communist society. We are living in a capitalist society. Every business is driven for a profit motive. So therefore, every decision taken by the department, first they want to know whether it is financially profitable or not. That's it. End of the day, we want that. Bottom line is that. End of the day, we want profits. So therefore, every department will look at the CFO. Every department will look at the CFO. So CFO is a guider to every department. So he is like a magnetic compass to a ship. What a magnetic compass to a ship is the same role as a CFO to the company. So CFO will guide the company. So if you go too much expansion, too much diversification, too much leverage, company will not sustain. If you do this business, company will sustain. Like that, CFO will give a direction, because end of the day, it depends upon the finance. End of the day, it depends upon the finance. Okay. So therefore, whatever you do, end of the day, if you are not able to get profits, may not be today, maybe after 3 years or 5 years, at least one point of time you have to get the profits. Otherwise, it's of no use. That much everybody clear. Whatever you do today, one day or the other, you are expecting profits only. One day or the other, we are expecting profits only. So therefore, CFO will guide you. If you take this decision, whether you'll be able to get the profits, maybe 3 years or 5 years. No, we are not able to get the profit. Let us drop the business. That's it. Okay. So he will be like a compass to the entire organization direction. CFO will be like a compass to the organization direction. If I join this, whether I'll get the profits or not. Okay. Right. That is what the point. So guided to the organization, guided to the organization. Next, so the CFO's roles are challenging. What is the challenge, sir? What is the challenge to the CFO? I'll tell you challenges. First point, we have to take a quick decision. Competition is intensifying. We cannot delay the decision. We have to take a quick decision. Otherwise, our competitor will make copy our decision. Our competitor may also get our same thoughts. So therefore, he can start the business. So therefore, we have to take a quick decision. And that quick decision should be taken under uncertainty. So we don't have much information about the future. We don't have much information about the future. Without much information, under uncertain conditions, using your wisdom and expertise, we have to take the decision. If every information is put in front of you, any fool can take a decision. Any layman can take a decision. If every information is put in front of a person, any person can take a decision. There is nothing great in that. So here the greatness lies without much information, much clarity, much uncertainty, more uncertainty. So under such circumstances, he has to take a decision. So CFO will be taking a decision under uncertain conditions. Under uncertain conditions, that is the challenging. If every information is there, no challenging at all, easily you can take the decision. This is right, this is wrong. That's it. but no, information is not there. Uncertain. Under uncertain environment, we have to take a decision, and that also quickly. Okay, that is the two challenging issues: uncertain circumstances, quick decision. Quick decision is required under uncertain conditions. That is the challenging part. Okay, right. Next, CFO also acts as an integration hub. CFO also acts as an integration hub. That means every CFO should have a data or information about every department of the organization. CFO should have data or information about the every department of the organization. He is an integration hub. Every department will give data or information to the CFO. So the data received from one department, he will share to another department. That's why it is an integration hub. Okay, so basically this is what the suggested by IMA president, the role of the CFO. So we'll look at the words of other leaders also. So one of my favorite role model, KK Mistry, CEO of HDFC Bank, Housing Development Finance Corporation, not HDFC Bank, HDFC holding company. Whatever you are seeing HDFC blue color board, that is a subsidiary company. HDFC Bank is a subsidiary company, blue color board. HDFC is a, I think, orange color board, Housing Development Finance Corporation. That is a holding company, red or orange, I didn't observe carefully. So that is a holding company. So he is the CEO of the holding company, Housing Development Finance Corporation. Now look at this, what he said. The stereotypical image of an introverted bookkeeper. Earlier CEOs or earlier CFOs or financial managers used to be introvert. That means they don't interact with any person, just like how they meditate. They will write the books of accounts. They will sit in a corner room of a corporate office. They will sit in a corner room of a corporate office and they keep on writing the books without interacting much with others. That is the earlier role. Now you should be well-rounded. That means you should have a knowledge about various fields. And that also not a plain knowledge or shell knowledge, deep understanding. We should have a deep knowledge about the organization and all its operations. And we should give a commitment to lifelong learning. So our academic learning is only 10%. Remaining 90% is lifetime, real life learning. So therefore, once you complete your academic education, maybe CA or MBA Finance or CFA, don't stop your education. The world is ever changing. Change is the only constant thing in the world. So therefore, we have to develop constant learning, lifetime learning. Okay, right. So, and everybody stresses on the importance of technology. Technology is changing drastically. So finance people should be comfortable to work with the technology, not basic technology, advanced technology. It's not that, sir, I know how to operate the computer, I know how to operate the laptop, I know how to prepare the documents in MS Office, everything. No, that is not what I am talking about. Not basic technology, advanced technology. So CFO should be comfortable to work with the advanced technology. They cannot say that, sir, I don't understand this. No, you have to learn the advanced technology. You can't say that you cannot understand it. You have to learn the advanced technology. Next, so stay ahead of the curve on data analytics and forensics. So forensics, frauds you have to detect, and data we have to analyze. Nowadays, data is the greatest asset. Data is the greatest wealth. So you should know how to use the data. To get the customers' insights, to get the insights about customers. Okay, right. So in his message, the important points are this, Arma. So now you should be well-rounded. That means you should have a knowledge about all the departments of the organization. That also deep knowledge, not vague knowledge, and lifetime learning. Anyway, technology, that is a common point. So another person, TV Mohandas Pai, Chief Financial Officer of a Infosys company. TV Mohandas Pai, Chief Financial Officer of an Infosys company. So he said, in a world which is undergoing a massive rapid disruption due to digitalization and technology, trade wars are erupting. This is the point we need to be careful. Trade wars are coming. So most of the people are not familiar. They thought that we are living in a globalized world. Globalization. Yes, globalization is there, but globalization is an old topic. Yesterday's topic. May not be ancient topic. Globalization is an yesterday's topic. And tomorrow's topic is islandization. Globalization is an yesterday's topic, and tomorrow's topic or day after tomorrow's topic is islandization. Okay, every country wants to be self-dependent. They want to trade less with other countries. So that is what is the trade wars. So trade war between US and China, restrictions on import and export. Similarly, trade wars between US and Europe, restrictions on imports and export. This is what is happening. That is called as a trade war. Therefore, you should prepare. You should prepare to procure materials from multiple sources. Supply chain disruptions will arise. So supply chain disruptions will arise. Sir, till now I am getting raw material from China. Tomorrow you may not get a raw material from China. Sir, till now I am exporting goods to Europe. Tomorrow you may not be able to export the goods to Europe. Europe may be producing their own goods. Then you have to search for the domestic demand. You have to search for another country. You have to search for new business. So that is what is the important point. That is what is the important point. So, and next, expertise, upgrade expertise and skills. Globally competitive, not domestic knowledge. You should be globally competitive. International level expertise we want international level expertise, not Indian level of education and Indian level of expertise. So we want, in order to be globally competitive, so we have to learn the expertise from the Americans or Europeans, etc. So Indian expertise may not be enough. Okay, it may be good, I'm not blaming that, but still we have to develop, still we have to learn from the advanced countries in order to stay globally competitive. Next, another person, Raman Rai, chairman and managing director of Quantro. Some people may not have heard the name of this company. So let me explain the name of that company. So that company is an outsourcing company. So who will do accounting and financial services? So they will do accounting and financial outsourcing services. Okay, right? Like Genpact, you might be aware. So like this is also an outsourcing company, Quantro. For the last 1 to 2 decades, a paradigm shift has transformed the industry vis-a-vis profession. Book writing and controller function has transformed to CFO function. So earlier our function is what? Earlier our function is book writing. Now we have to go to the CFO. And thereafter we have to go to the business management. That is what. So from accountant, so earlier our role is restricted to accountant. Maybe yesterday. So today you have to aspire for CFO, today's role, and tomorrow you have to become a CEO of a company. Management. Management. You should learn management also. Accounting, finance, and then management. This is how you have to transform. So in our career, you have to transform. Maybe first 5 to 10 years, work as an accountant, 10 to 20 years, work as a CFO, and after 20 or 30 years, you should aspire to become a CEO of a company. Okay, right. Next. So Ajay Seth, Chief Financial Officer, Maruti Suzuki. Look at what he said. Opportunities are immense, so are the challenges. This is what I'll give strong advice to the youngsters. Everybody, every parent, every student is looking about only the opportunities. So if I do this course, what is the opportunities? But they are not equipping themselves to face the challenges. So first analyze the challenges before analyzing the opportunities. Okay, right. So in Telugu there is a quotation saying which my ancestors or every ancestors used to give. So keendenchi melenchandi. That is the ancient slogan. So first you have to look at the challenges before looking at the opportunities. So now the people are becoming habituated to look at the opportunities, ignoring the challenges. No, before taking any course or before taking any new business, they are purely looking at the opportunities. No challenges. A financial executive, before looking at the return on assets, understand the risk involved in the business. So challenges is very important. You have to look at the challenges also. Perseverance, patience. This is a regular characteristic of any good professional. Looking beyond the obvious, in-depth knowledge you have, and acting beyond the expected. This is also one of the things missed from many people. Many people are lacking in this, acting beyond the expected. You should try to add more value to the clients. Not just for the sake of money you have to work. We should ensure that our client get value from our work. Our client gets value for the money paid to us. That concern we should have. That concern, acting beyond the expected. So you have to satisfy the customers. So I didn't remember the name of the CEO or a person who gave this quotation, but I still remember that. Worry about being better. Worry about being better. Bigger will take care of itself. Okay. Worry about being better. Bigger will take care of itself. Worry about being better, bigger will take care of itself. Therefore, value addition, client satisfaction, customer satisfaction, client improvement, that you should have in mind. That you should have in mind. It's not just simply doing our duty. Okay. So we have to ensure that our client gets value from our work. That is the important. That is the important. And finally, most important of all the 101 points, most important of all the 101 points is this point. Most important, macro to micro connect. Macro to micro connect. Very important point. Very important point. Macro to micro connect. Most of the things which we learn in the academics are macro issues, overall broad picture. Most of the things which we learn in the academics is macro, overall broad picture. But in reality, we should focus on micro, every minute thing, every small issue, we should be able to understand. Okay, macro to micro connect. Shift your perspective from major issues to minor issues also, from big issues to small issues also. Okay, small things are really big things. Small things are really big things. So therefore, we have to shift our focus from macro to micro. We have to shift our focus from macro to micro. Small things are really big things. Small things are really big things. Okay, right. That is what the point. So macro to micro connect. That is the most important point out of 101 words. Next, so CABS for the President Finance Amendment. Adopt or perish. Adopt or perish. So we are living in a world which is constantly changing. We are living in a world which is constantly changing. Therefore, we have to change ourselves also. We have to adopt. We have to adopt. So we have to change. We have to adapt to the circumstances. How? Look at this. Man to machine conflict. Man to machine conflict. So technology is becoming increased. There is a huge automation. Therefore, you should have, there is a conflict between man and machine. Most of our traditional jobs will be taken care of by computers. So traditional accounting professional is replaced by machines. Traditional accounting professionals is replaced by machines. Therefore, swap roles. Try to learn something new. Not just basics of writing accounts, preparing balance sheet, and etc. Yes, we have to learn new things. We have to learn additional new things. Whatever we learned our traditional knowledge of accounting, auditing, and taxation. So we have to learn beyond that because of the technology. Technology is taken away by most of our basic jobs. Most of our basic functions have been taken away by the technology. So therefore, we have to learn new things. That's what is said in general points. Next. So this is what the views of the leaders. Some of the leaders which have selected. Now we'll move to the examination question. This might be one of the examination question. Role of CFOs. Traditional role of CFOs and the modern role of CFOs. Traditional role of CFOs and the modern role of CFOs. This is budgeting, forecasting, accounting. These are traditional roles. Now accounting is not there. In modern role, accounting is taken care of by technology. Basic journal entries, balance sheet preparation, etc. Everything is technology based. So, but we have to involve in mergers and acquisitions. So the business is becoming more and more competitive. Therefore, small organizations may not survive. Business is becoming more and more competitive. Small organizations may not survive. So therefore, in order to becoming a big organization, there is increasing number of mergers and acquisitions are happening. Okay, because of that. Next, pricing analysis. Yes. So not only computing the profits, you have to analyze the price. You should participate in the sales department discussions of fixing the price. A CFO should participate in the sales department's discussion about fixing the price. Next, decisions about outsourcing, non-core activities. You can delegate to outsiders. Outsourcing, unimportant activities in the organization. We can delegate it to outsiders. Unfortunately, accounting is also treated as an unimportant activity, and that has been outsourced to many entities. Next, monitoring of information technology and HR function. Strategic planning. So you should sit with the board of directors. CFO should sit with the board of directors and the CEO and should participate in the strategic planning and should give his opinions. It's not that he was taking the strategic decision. Strategic decision is taken by the board of directors, no doubt about that. But he should participate in the discussion. He should have some views. He should have a general business knowledge. Then only he can participate in the discussion. Then only he can give some views to the board of directors or the CEO. Okay, strategic planning, regulatory compliance of a routine work. Regulatory compliance, even traditional is also regulatory compliance is there. Filing of returns, tax filing, filing of returns, annual returns, tax filing. This is regulatory compliance. That is still there. That is still there. That's why I told beyond the traditional role, in addition to the traditional role, that is still there. But apart from that, risk management, very important. Very important. Earlier, risk management used to be a part of the finance domain. Now, risk management is becoming a separate domain. Risk management is becoming a separate domain. Those who are interested in the risk management, they can pursue a course called as FRM, Financial Risk Management, conducted by GORP, Global Association of Risk Professionals. Global Association of Risk Professionals, GORP. So, risk management, separate domain. Now, from the financial management, it has been removed and treated as a separate department or separate domain because of the increasing importance of it. Because of the increasing importance of the risk management function, so it is treated as a separate function. So these are the modern roles of the CFOs. Okay, so traditional roles are there or modern roles are there. Anything may be important. Both anything may be tested in the examination. Most importantly, modern role. Most importantly, modern role. Within that modern role, important functions I have highlighted for your career purpose, not just for the sake of examination. Examination, you can simply write all the points, but from your career point of view, I have highlighted the important points: pricing, profitability, strategic planning, and risk management. Okay, that's it. Thank you for your patient listening.